Hey, cousins, and welcome back to Cooking with Hannah. So, this week is special. We are dedicating this to my late and great granny, Miss Ruby Hamilton. I promise y'all, she used to make the best beef and gravy over rice, and I thought she was the most amazing cook ever. So, Granny, I know you up there looking down over me. I love you, I miss you, and I hope you enjoy this one because it's for you. So, guys, we're going to jump right in. So let's start with our ground beef or ground chuck, whichever you prefer. And then we're going to season with some salt, some garlic powder, some garlic salt, some onion powder, and black pepper. Now, you don't want to overly season your meat because we also will have that gravy that will be seasoned. We don't want to end up with salty food or high blood pressure, all right? So once you get all of your seasonings on your meat, go ahead and combine it completely. And then we're going to start just making some regular old hamburger patties. Now, anybody that knows, once you put that ground beef in the skillet with some hot oil, the shrinkage is real. It is like my 4C hair, y'all. So make sure you're making them pretty big in size. We're going to make them about 1/4 inch thick to give them room to reduce. So guys, as we finish making our patties, the amount of meat that you're going to use is based on how many people you need to feed. So I personally use about 2 pounds, and this is going to make about 16 patties. Now, once your patties are all done, go ahead and drop them into some oil that you heated over medium-high heat and let them start to cook. Be careful, wash them because we don't want them to overcook because they're also going to sit in that gravy. So pull them out maybe about 3 to 5 minutes before they're actually done to your liking. So while our patties are cooking, let's go ahead and get started. Let's chop up some onions. So we're just going to take half of a yellow onion and thinly slice it. This is what we're going to use for our gravy. So now, guys, we're going to go ahead and flip our patties. The key here is to make sure to press and spread them right back out as much as you possibly can so that they have time to reduce in size again, but so that you don't end up with just basically ground beef meatballs. So it looks like our first round of patties are almost done. So we're going to go ahead and drain them off on a paper towel as we remove them from the oil. And then just continue to repeat the process until all of our patties are done. And then we're going to go ahead and make our rice and our gravy. So for this recipe, I'll be using basmati rice, but you can really use regular long grain rice or brown rice, whatever your preference is. You're just going to take a pot of water over medium heat and bring it to a boil and then add in your rice. The only thing here is to follow your packaging instructions. Now, whew, baby girl rice is very temperamental. So we want to make sure we keep our eye on her because you can end up with some burnt rice in a minute and it ain't no saving that. I don't care what you read about putting some bread in it, start over. All right, so you do want to pay attention when you start seeing the holes created in rice. That's letting you know the water is practically gone, so you want to continuously stir. Now, once all of your water has cooked into the rice, you want to turn your burner off and remove the pot from the burner and just put a lid on top so it can continue to steam for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this is the way to get the nice fluffy rice that we're looking for in the end. So it looks like our last patty is just about done. So now we're going to get started on our gravy. Now, the one thing I forgot to mention, guys, this is a very quick and easy recipe. You can make this any night of the week because we're already halfway done. So go ahead and toss in those sliced onions from earlier. And we're going to cook those down for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then you're going to be adding in a 1/4 cup of flour and 4 cups of water. Now that you've added your water, stir, baby, stir. We don't want no lumps or chunks in our gravy, so make sure you are completely combining that water and that flour so that it has a smooth texture. We're going to go ahead and bring up the heat to about a medium-high heat, but we are going to season our gravy. We're going to be using onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt, black pepper, and paprika. Y'all, all these flavors together with that seasoning from them patties, it's going to remind me of my granny so much. But you are going to completely combine all of those seasonings and stir it pretty good. And then you are going to return those patties to the gravy so it can thicken up and cook all down together for about 5 to 7 minutes. So we all know the key to good cooking is tasting your food. So I did taste it and it did need a little bit more. So I'm adding a little bit more of our seasoning salt and onion powder and just completely combining it. And just going to let it continue to simmer. But guess what, y'all? We are done. So let's check on our rice and make sure it is now that fluffy texture that we like. And then we're going to go ahead and get baby girl plated. Yep, I can already tell that's what I like to see. Nice and fluffy, somewhat sticky. We done, y'all. No fancy plating. Just put you some rice down, a few of those patties, and a good old heaping of that gravy. And you got my granny's beef and gravy over rice. I am so excited to eat, y'all. As always, I have such an amazing time making these videos for you. I hope you enjoy. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can join me every Thursday. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend to tell a friend about cooking with Hannah Soul. And as always, success is your birthright, and I want you to go out there and get it. Until next Thursday, cousins.